We are live today. Now, yeah, welcome. Today we were going to start the build of this Tomcat. No, not Tomcat. I'm sorry. Top Gun Maverick is F-A-18E Super Hornet. The F-14 was a Tomcat. This is a Revel level 5, 148 scale, 161 parts, guys. 161 parts. It's gonna be good times. This jet I will do live entirely, so you'll get to see in between, I guess, all the cuts, and I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of, yeah, from the views. I mean, it's like millions and billions. I've ever seen the videos. You see it in very, very short, very, very fast time. I mean, there's cuts and sanding and mess ups and me throwing shit across the room. So you don't get to see a lot of that. With this build, try to make it kind of try to make it lax. I'm gonna try to come to you during the day to see what the viewership is like. Usually, I've done this show. I've gone live. It's usually in the evenings and like at night. Most at night. I would say evening. It'll be night. It'll go on from like 9 to 11 at night. So hopefully the next few, I mean, next couple weeks or something, maybe the longest, I'll try to do this live every day, maybe multiple times a day throughout the day. Take little breaks in between, maybe you do like half an hour sets or something like that, just kind of depending on what we need to do. Sometimes with the building live, the issues you might run into um, is waiting for paint to dry or waiting for glue to dry. So it kind of puts a damper on the whole live aspect of stuff. And I used to have it when I would do it on TikTok quite a bit, where I would have multiple cars going on multiple projects, so we would never have to stop. That it's a good model, but it becomes very confusing. Start losing parts and mixing parts. We don't want to do too much of that. But yeah, we are. Now entertain us. So this is it. This is the F-A-18 Super Hornet. Never the Hornet, never the Super Hornet. It looks spectacular. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. We've done planes on the show quite a bit. I mean cars, excuse me. So it's gonna be interesting to see. Look at the detail on that stuff. There's a lot of fine-tuned parts over here. Holy moly. Yeah, I have a feeling, honestly, it's gonna be a mess. Last time it's been a long time since I've done airplanes. And from what I remember, it was rough, man. A lot of small parts. But we're gonna go through it and get through it. So just gotta be strong. Man, there's a lot of small parts in this thing. Holy hell. And sometimes you go through, a few of them you learn, like, what's what. Yeah, this stuff. Oh man. It's somewhat daunting, I have to admit. I'm looking at this right now. Okay. This one is the windshield. Sorry, y'all. Some explanatory stuff. Man, oh man. There's a weight to it. It's gorgeous. There's a lot of detail in this thing. So much detail. Like the surface, smooth parts, the rough parts. You see all the rivets. Unreal. It's absolutely gorgeous. I hope we don't muck it up. Wow. So, with the cars, what I like to do is go through and paint first. That way, you know, you don't have to wait for paint to dry. I mean, we still do, but what happens is just constantly paint. So like the first day is just been painting everything. I'm pretty sure we have all the colors too. I don't think this will be an issue at all. It's just gonna be like a lot of painting. I don't know what to spray some of this stuff. It's so small. Like these little guys, you can spray, I guess, anything, but really, I mean, their point to spraying that thing. I mean, I don't know, I feel like there's no point in spraying whatsoever. The seat, I noticed this first thing is on the first page. As far as assembly, there's seat assembly, and there are like belts and stuff that are different colors. And I'm looking at it right now, and man, that's some fine detailed work. And what I'm noticing is there's a lot of plastic, man. There's a lot of excess in this thing. Not gonna be nice. Hopefully, it's just the stuff I'm seeing right now. What I mean is, if you notice, there's like little pieces of plastic just kind of dangling around. I mean, there's lines and stuff. The form doesn't sit right. The plastic, the mold, it I guess creates some of this stuff. You can see here, this is all excess around that. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's all the worst, but for the most part, I mean, it's like 99%, 95% solid. A little bit of plastic here and there that's kind of wonky. Yeah, all in all, I think it's okay. Just one particular part got me. Scared me a little bit. If you go, this is one of the thicker books, and like just the way it's one of the thicker books I've seen. It's like a pamphlet. Not a pamphlet, it's a thick ass book. And it's very well drawn out too. It's like super detailed to two, three tone, like those are usually like just black and white. I mean, I'll just show you this. The Trans Am we're building right now is what we're working on, and this is what this is what's in comparison. you know, compared to this detailed, fine printed like document, booklet, or whatever. That's just fantastic. Let's see who's texting us like blow up the imaging. So it's got very extreme detail. The one thing is playing with the colors. Do this. So everything is a little flag and has a little color. That's the color scheme. One thing I love is back here. So for these rockets, it gives you all the ones that you're gonna need. Like on this page. It's insanity. All those you're gonna need on that page. All the colors you're gonna need for this page to do these colors. All these. I'll just do that for every page, but for mainly these last three for the body and the. But yeah, like it'll have color codes and no flag. And here's the thing, like with the cars, it's usually like one color, right? Flat black, and you'll go through like 40, 50, whatever pieces or 30 pieces of black, and you'll do like 10 pieces of gray. But this has multiple colors on like single pieces. Like it's not just okay, this is B. A lot. I mean, there's a couple that are just plain game, but look at this. You got 4 or 3, 4 or 5. No, 4. 4 different colors here. 2 different colors. 2 different colors. 3. Oh man, like yes, brutal guys. You can't do it the way we used to do it with the just do all the colors. It's impossible, man. I want to say we might have to go. No, but then that'll be impossible too. We can't just like we'll do it as we go. Because you have to put a single color, wait for that color dry, we'll put on the next color, wait for that color dry. I love this thing right here, this diagram with all the missiles. It's fucking insanity. Insanity. Alright guys, yeah, so it's actually the guidebook, the instruction book, the assembly manual. Yes, thank you. Alright, so we got flat black. is A. So yeah, so what we'll do is essentially what's worked for me so far is we'll pick the color. I'm just want to go down the list. We'll start with A and go through every single one, go through the whole book, and check out all the A's we find and we pay them accordingly. The one good thing about that system is you constantly go through the book. Going through it, the manual helps because you end up kind of learning what goes where, maybe seeing what is going to come up. Sometimes, the order on how you build or paint might change depending on the order and how they want you to assemble. So a lot of times it will say study the manual because of those things, and it happens a lot actually with the last build. It's current, it's almost finished now, but I'm putting this Trans Am together. There's been multiple times that I assembled stuff in the wrong order or against the order of the book because, and it literally tells you, hey, there's a little asterisk that says you might want to think about that, the assembly. And it's like, okay, so you knew that this is going to be an issue. Why would you make an assembly like that? Like, tells you to drop the engine and then put the differential after, but the diff is way long. So, and there's another part that kind of like is like this guide rail for the differential. I don't know what it is, like some sort of differential stabilizer. To be honest with you, it looks like a sway bar and runs literally the length of the engine to the differential. The same way. Sorry, totally. Excuse me. Let's backtrack a little. The book tells you to install the engine and then the drive shaft. But obviously, once you put the engine, it's the distance is set. So the drive shaft is difficult to do. So yeah, excuse me, I was wrong. There's a sway bar type of thing, a rail, like almost like a stabilizer that runs from the differential to the engine, the motor, which seems like it's a drive shaft stabilizer or something. Forgive me. Lordy. I'm gonna show you this. It's this right here, this rod. Now, these two, you have to install this and then these two. Now, obviously, it says, hey, be careful. The distance is, you're going to need to put these first here and then put them in order. Because if you put in the motor, you're not going to have any more room to properly, assemble it. Same way with the whole back end right here. Everything here is like single pieces, all this shit. And if you put like the shocks before the struts, or the axle before the whatever, it could be a big mess. Okay, some of this stuff you don't know what distance to put it at, or like if maybe a little bit of angle comes in, and you ruin your whole back end. Luckily, I assembled it dry with iron glue first to see where all the stuff is landing. Then I went ahead and actually, again, changed the order. And it worked perfectly fine. It looks gorgeous. It's like totally straight, completely aligned. But if you don't do that, and then again, that was noted in the manual too, by the way. So, anyway, my point being, it even tells you one of the instructions is carefully study the assembly drawings to the contents in this plastic kit. So it literally tells you to study the assembly drawings. Yeah. Scrape plating and paint from areas to be cemented. Paint the dark thoroughly before handling parts. Any unusual parts may be discarded, or any unused parts. Do not touch decal until fully dry. Yes. 48 hours. Just 48 hours, guys. It literally wants us to, yeah. Oh yeah, we should be, actually this way. So, that's gonna be, yeah. So you have to, the next step is to wash this stuff and then dry it off. That is one of the more important things to do. So, let's find a tub that's big enough, or take it and run under the faucet. Let's think about that for now. What would be the best way to wash these bad boys? Should we log on and off? Well, how long have we been on this live so far? Still learning, guys. Don't know what the protocols are. What would be the, right thing to do? We just grab the camera and take it with us. Be an action star, hip, gizmo, anti, waddle, anti-shock. Some of the B's or the A's. You say what? You imagine? Can you imagine? Alright guys, yeah, we'll log this off right now and we'll come right back. I'm gonna go ahead and wash these pieces. It's the smart thing to do. Or let me just go around and get a tub. I don't know if you guys want to hang out, if you're used to hanging out. I've seen some channels where there's some hanging out going on, I suppose. You guys like logged out or whatever. Yeah, we should wash all this stuff because it does have this gnarly oil on it. I've noticed when you go underwater, you can feel it. And it cleans away easily, but there's a film definitely on there. And you imagine painting and having that in between. It's not really a good idea. And like washing this would take like what, 10, 20 minutes, and like just make your life so much easier. And to make it fit properly, there's all sorts of stuff involved. You start layering on a couple of, coats of paint, and then all of a sudden you're off by like an inch or two or three on the back end of it in real life, of course, in relative speed to the scale. But in actual, obviously might be a millimeter or anything, but like these just don't snap into place properly, won't sit right because 10 steps ago you painted the inner wall of the I don't know the um, landing gear unit. You made it too thick, so now when something holding together, it's sitting wide. It's a wide load. Yeah, I think it's best for now that we log off, and we'll be right back in let's say 20, 30 minutes or so. But either way, these um these feeds are getting recorded and they will be available for you to watch at one point or another. I think usually the same day. You should be able to see the actual form if you really want to watch it. Yeah, come back, y'all. We'll see you in a little bit.